Finally, we get to our last video of project number 2, 5.1, list problems by category. So in this part, we assume we have all the preparation work, everything ready. So now the last thing we need to do, list problems based on the category. How to do it? We need to do several things. First, the data query. List the problems by category. First, we need to go to our problem DAO class and we add one query. So this query, when we list the problems, we need to specify selected category. All right, so that's the key query for this feature. So first, we create a prepared statement. We declare object called a results cats. We have a results object before, so that's for the problems for all categories by page, right? We have that version before. Now we add category information. How to define this query statement? You can see pretty complicated because here we need to join two tables. Here I talk about table join operation, join two tables. We need to do that. We have two tables. The first one, the problem table. All right. The second one, category table, right? But here we do not use the category table directly when we do the table join. We use that relationship table. So that is prob_cat relationship table. So these two tables we join. So what's the join operation? I will explain a little more later. So here, look at first thing. After from, this from clause, table 1, problem. I use PR, the alias of the problem table 1, alias. All right, alias of the problem PR, because later we need to refer to this table. And we don't want to type long name, so we just want to type a short name, PR, alias, comma, the second table, prob_cat, you use alias, PC. All right, so these two tables join. When we join, we need to specify join condition. How to join? So there is a join condition you need to specify, right? How do you join it? Join condition. Here the join condition is pr.pid. The first table we look at PID value. The second table PC we look at a prob_id value. We know they are the same thing, right? So we use this condition, compare these two values. If they are the same, then we join. Then these two tables can be joined. All right. So here, if I draw a diagram, suppose this is the table 1. All right. Table 1, that's the problem. All right. Then the table 2, another table, prob_cat. All right. Table 1, we have many rows, many rows. All right. Problem 2, we have many rows. All right. So now, in the problem 1, when you see the PID, here PID, the problem, you have prob_ID, right? Right. _ID, If they have the same value, then this line you can join together. You treat it as in your result. You have a result table, right? Yeah. Suppose after the join operation, you have a result table. So here, let me write this result table. All right. The result table, you put two rows that are connected, because when the join condition is satisfied, these two rows are connected. So you put it as the one long row joining two connected rows. Okay, here you connected here. You join two connected rows here. So that is the one row in your result table. Yeah. And you apply this condition everywhere in these two tables. So you can have multiple rows listed, right? Yeah, multiple rows listed. All right. After that, then you apply other conditions. You may have other conditions other than join condition. You have select condition. This is called a select condition. Select condition. All right, select condition. All right. The cat underscore ID equals the given. So you only select some of the rows that match the given CID, category ID. Yeah. So you reduce your result table rows, only select certain number of rows. All right. So, after that, then you do not need to have all the fields, right? So here we only need these three fields: PID, content, order number. So you only take the first three rows, take it out and display. Yeah. For other parts, you understand as usual. Other parts you just understand as usual. Yeah. In this way, we complete this two-table join operation. I hope this simple explanation can help you understand the structure of this table join operation. Yeah. Then you will feel comfortable, right? Yeah. After you understand this explanation, then you feel comfortable. So we get the data we want. All right. After that, you need to write a query method to get the data you want. Here, so this is the version. Yeah. So this version, we need to add the cat information. We copied the old version without cat, right? We have the old version, list problems by page. But this new version, we need to add an extra category information. Here, this parameter, CAD parameter, that's the extra information we add to it. After that, remember the, three question marks. Now, the first one, the CID you need to provide, right? The second, page information, start position of the page. Then the page number of rows in each page, 10. We still use that 10 default number. Yeah. So then you do the query. Then the while loop, most part the same as before, right? So here I skip. So the old code here. So I do not need to put everything here. I just put the new code. This is new code. Yeah. Because after we get a query result, so we write old data information, but this is the new version. We need to add this CAD information to our problem, Java Bing. Yeah. Then we just return this list of Java Bing. Okay. After you do this version here, so you can see, yep. So we just get the selected questions by given category. The questions by selected category. Yeah, so we have that. Yeah. All right, so now the data we want ready for display. Yeah. So let us go to the remaining part. Yeah. First, in the list.jsp, yeah, the GUI part, what do we need to do? First, the drop-down list, I changed the drop-down list. If you look at our old version, I changed the, all category drop-down list. Remember? So there is an all category drop-down list. We have that, right? Yeah. I changed the drop-down. The reason is a simple reason. The old version is from the Bootstrap. The old version is the Bootstrap version. Yeah. The Bootstrap version has the structure different from this is a HTML dropdown. HTML dropdown. The older version is the Bootstrap dropdown. They have completely different structures. If I use the Bootstrap dropdown, although it looks better, yeah, the graphic wise, the design, component design, Bootstrap GUI components look much better than the plain HTML GUI components. So that's true, yeah. But the problem is it uses different structure. The structure is completely different. Then my programming logic is completely different. All right. Although I can, do a lot of things to make it work, but I need to spend much more time. And right now, our time is very limited. I don't want to spend too much time. So if I choose the original HTML version, the program logic, it's much easier. So I can use less time. So that's the reason I switch back to the HTML dropdown. Yeah. Later, we just want to get it work. Later, if someone likes to change, make it look better, then you can spend more time to get it to work. But here, our main priority, we want to save time, right? We just want to save time. All right, so here, the select, you can see the ID, we need to give an ID because later when we need to retrieve the value, we need to use this ID to retrieve the value. Yeah. Then, on change, the event we set to trigger the JavaScript function, to call JavaScript function on change. When you select a different option in your drop-down list, you change its value. After you change its value, on change event is triggered. So then this JavaScript function go to problems at cat, selected category at cat, because we do not need to pass the value to it, right? The value comes from this element. So we can find its value using this ID. We have the ID, so we can find its value in our JavaScript function easily. So that's the reason we don't need to pass the value to this function. Yeah. Go to problems at cat. Yeah. Then to display the category, you can see just the way we used before. Now we used this way before. So here we just copy the old code and modify a little bit. Yeah, I think you can understand this part easily. All right, yeah. But here, selected, right? If the category ID, this is a condition. If the current category ID matches the selected category ID, yeah, because there is selected category ID, then in this cat list, there is a current category ID. These two things usually different, yeah. But there is one, they match, so we want to display it, right? We want to display it. So we make this attribute selected. When you put this attribute there, this option is displayed in that drop-down list. So you can see it. Algebra, geometry, number theory. Yeah, that's simple. After that, next, we need to use a hidden field to store the currently selected category ID. Yeah. Why? It's very simple, because several our JavaScript functions, we need to use this value. Later, when you do the navigation, think about, you may need to do navigation, right? When you need to do navigation, go to different pages. Do you want to do it for the same category, right? Yeah, by logic. When we do navigations, we should keep in the same category, right? We don't want to change a different category when we do page navigations. So that is the reason we need to use this value, and we use the hidden field to store it. All right, so next page, the definition of our JavaScript function, select category. Very simple. Yeah, that's the definition. How simple it is. First, from that drop-down list, main gets the ID number. Remember the ID number. Yeah, we get its value, right? So the CID. Then we send a request to our list math servlet, passing parameter CA equals CID. How about that? We select a new category number, and we ask for our list math servlet to do the new processing. That's simple. That's straightforward. Yeah. So you can see the JavaScript function, its definition is so simple, and that's good enough for this feature. Yeah. Other than that, then there are two navigation functions I want to update. So here I just put one. Yeah. Because the other one, you can use the same logic, same understanding. You can understand that easily. So I do not need to put here. Yeah. Here you can see for the older version, when we go to different pages, here we need to carry that CID information with it. So you will not lose the category information. How to carry that CID? First, we retrieve the CID value from the hidden field. So here you understand why we need to use the hidden field, right? Yeah. Here, the place we use the hidden field. After that, you still do the usual page navigation, right? Still the usual page navigation. Yeah. Oh, I have one. Yeah, here I noticed I have one thing. One thing I forgot to update. So what's that? The max page number. Max page number. All right. Yeah. Because our max page number, we need to do a version for category, selected category. Otherwise, we get out of the range, right? Yeah. Yeah. But in this current code, I didn't do that. Yeah. Anyway, so here I just point out, this list feature. Yeah. Because we can fix that easily. Yeah. For this project, because our time is so limited, so we can ignore it. Okay. We can forget about that. But later, if you are interested, you can fix it. Yeah. You can fix it. Or later sometime, I will upload a fixed version. Yeah, if you are interested. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. All right. So here, after we get CID information, when we send the request to the list servlet, after we pass page information, we also pass the category information. Yeah. So you can see we use this newer version to replace old version, then we can maintain, we can keep the category information everywhere we need. Yeah. All right. Next, yeah, the last one in the list math servlet, we need to do something for the selected category. Yeah. What to do? We use a variable integer variable CID. Yeah. After that, we need to retrieve the CA parameter, its value, but it's a string value by default, original. So we need to do conversion. All right. After conversion, we get an integer value. Then we can call the query method. Now, first, when CID equals 0, we call this by page version for all categories without category information. Second, CID not equal to 0, we call by cat page version with category information. After that, we put it, current CAD in the request scope. So that's all we need to do here. Yeah. All right. So now that's, everything we need to do in coding. The last thing we need to do, we work on the code and run it, see the result. Well done. After that. All right, so let's do it. All right, so let us still get the Eclipse here. And we use that version, project 2 sample 2 version here, my side. We follow the instructions. What is the step 1? Problem, DAO, right? Yeah. So problem, DAO. Yeah. Let us copy this declaration first. Yeah. Problem, DAO here. All right. So the declaration. Yeah. Okay. And definition of the query statement. Yeah. So second, that table join long query statement. All right. After that, the definition of the query method. All right. Yeah. This list query method. All right. Yeah. So this class completed. Okay. Save. Yeah. The step 1. Step 2. What is step 2? In list.jsp, yeah, you can see we need to do 2 things. First, the select that all category drop-down list. We need to update it. Yeah. So let us open this list.jsp. All right. So let's get here. Where is the right location? Yeah. Right location. Yeah, not below. Yeah. All right. After this, yeah. Yeah, here, right here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Select. No, not yeah. Before that. Before that. Yeah. So we have, yeah, because yeah, even before that, yeah, we should be very careful. Yeah, right here. Look at this job done, right? That's the Bootstrap job done, right? Now we replace it by HTML job done. Yeah, that's the right place. Yeah, don't get a wrong place here. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we put it put it this place. Make sure it is correct. Let me format it before I do the next thing. All right, yeah. Because we have a hidden field we need to add here. Yeah, let's put the hidden field here. All right. So this hidden field. All right, save. That's all we need to do in this file. Now, let's look at the next step. JavaScript function. Yeah, so this is the new function we need to add. Select a category, this function. Just a few lines. Yeah. So let us put in now what? mathbank.js. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So somewhere you like, yeah. Let's put here. All right. Save. But we need to update the top two functions by adding the category information, right? So the newer version, here I give you the details of top two function, yeah, at this point. Top two functions we need to update. Yeah. So replace the top two function. Navigation functions, yeah, these two. All right, yeah. Save. So that is all we need for this file. Step 3. Step 4, the last one. This is the last one. List math servlet. We need to change in a few places. Let me copy these things first, yeah, to do the change. All right, so the list, this servlet, list math servlet. Yeah, we need to put it at the right place. So what is the right place? You know, first let me copy, paste here. Let me make some adjustment. All right, yeah. CID variable declaration, yeah, put there. All right, so then retrieving parameter values and conversion, you know, these two, yeah, you know, order, yeah. You can change the order if you like, yeah. All right, so that's the first part. The second part, we need to, you know, do some, yeah, here at this point. So this line we need to update, okay? Yeah, problem list, we need to add a category information. So we need to update. So the second, this one, then store attribute. So these two things we need to add to this servlet. Yeah. All right, so let me replace this. All right, and prob list. Oh, yeah, prob list. Oh, prob list. Yeah, we don't have prob list. What's that? Yeah, I missed that prob. Oh, okay. Now I understand. The problem list. Yep. What's that problem list? Where should I put the problem list? Yeah, let me look at my old version. Where do I declare my problem list? I missed that part. Yeah. All right, so where is the problem list? All right, yeah, problem list. Okay, I forgot this line. All right, so I need to add to it. All right, problem list. I didn't declare it. I need to declare it. All right. Yeah. Here, after I put it, I need to declare it first. Okay. Yeah. At the same time, let me put it here, save it, then I update this file. Okay, so you will see a new version. Yeah, declaration. All right, after that, this request scope piece of data, let me put here. Okay, yeah, and then let us do full format thing here. Yeah, save. All right, so we have everything here. Now we can do the testing and see if it works. All right, so that's all we need. Yeah. Yeah. Right click, run as on server. Next, only this project, finish. Good. Yeah, it looks all right. Now we only need to test one feature. All category, let us select algebra. Okay. Do we get algebra questions? Yes, all algebra questions. Let's get geometry questions. We get the geometry questions, right? Let us get number theory questions. Yeah, we get number theory questions. Then let us go back to all categories. Now we back to all categories. All right. Yeah. So after this, we have all the features described in this project. Yeah. But remember, there is one thing I pointed out in the slide. That is the maximum page for selected category. I didn't update that part. Yeah. But for that part, for this project, I do not require that. In the real world, we need to fix it. Okay? Real world, we need to change. We need to fix it. Yeah. Here, due to the time limit problem, so we can delay that. We do not require that. Yeah. Keep in mind, so it's not your problem. So you can turn in this version. Yeah. If you are interested, you can fix it as a practice. How about that? If you are interested in this kind of programming, when you have a little more time, you can try to fix it by yourself, right? So that's a small, interesting practice for you. How about that? I leave that to you, so as a small practice, yeah, but not counted in the grade of this project. All right, so let me stop here.